this is what God says. He says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. There was these well-meaning people called the Pharisees, and they didn't understand all of the commands, and they, God would give a big blanket statement. You shouldn't work on the Sabbath. And they would begin to ask questions like, well, what's work? You know what work is. You feel it. But the Pharisees began to ask the question, what is work? And so they came up with all of these standards of what work was. And so they began to make a list. There were 39 things that they wrote in a book called the Talmud, which is outside of the Bible, which was an extra biblical book, which is what religion does. It adds to the Old and New Testament, something that God did not ordain. They became so religious about this thing called work that they began to count steps, that you could only take so many steps on the Sabbath day. And if you had to walk more than that, you had to take a mat with you, and you had to take a nap and rest. And so you would take 19 steps and you would stop and you would lay out a mat and you would lay down for half an hour and then get up and take this whole not working thing sounds like a whole lot of work. God gives us this structure. God draws a fence around our hearts. Religion then goes inside of that fence and creates an even smaller fence. But you guys understand what Jesus is saying when he says that man wasn't made for the Sabbath, but that Sabbath was made for the man. It was given to us as a gift and a command. And so many of us go through life as if rest is just an option. We take the most rest-filled moments of our lives and we fill them with things to do. You have to find a place for your soul to be restored. Your life cannot revolve around work. We need rest. We need rest. God did not create you to be a stress monger. Anxiety is at its peak in our culture. We are so busy because we refuse to take still moments in the presence of God.